Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be sharing with you the new Hitway model e-bike. Now this is a full-size adult e-bike, 28-inch wheels, guys. This thing is awesome. So I'm going to unbox it right now. We'll take it on the road, take it for a little test ride. I'll talk about all the features. So if you are interested in a new e-bike, this might be the one for you. Stay tuned. So if you're new to e-bikes, you don't know how it works, well, about 95% of e-bikes now are sold online, so you don't actually go to bike shops like you used to where you could test out these bikes. So when you get a bike over the internet, it's going to come in a box. So I guess the question you have to ask yourself is, how hard is it to build, and what kind of process do you have to go through to get it road ready? And are you capable of even doing it, or do you have to hire somebody? So I'm going to unbox this so I can show you what it looks like when you first get an e-bike. Now, obviously every e-bike will be a little bit different, so this is just an example of the Hitway model here. But let's open it up. I'll unbox it really quick. You can kind of see how it works. I think a lot of people will open up the box from the top and try to lift the bike. This is too heavy, guys. Let me show you a secret. So all you have to do is just undo the straps. These are the packaging straps, and then I'm going to open it up from the front. Let me show you how that works. And just like that, you can get access to it. This just makes it a lot easier to get out. So let's take a look at it and see what it looks like when you first open it up. So I can already tell by looking at this, there's going to be very minimal installation. It looks like the front tire needs to be installed right here. The handlebars will need to be put on, but this is all real easy plug and play. So let me go ahead and build it. I'm going to time it and see kind of how long it takes. And then we'll talk about that process, and then we'll talk about the bike itself. We'll get it on the road, take it for a little spin. These are nice big tires. So they're not fat tires, but they're not skinny tires either. So it's an all-terrain type tire. So I'm excited. Let's test this one out. So there we go. I did the build here. Now I started this at 12:06 local time here, and I was done by 12:18. All I had to do was put the front tire on, the handlebars, and the seat. So it didn't take too long. What actually took the longest period, the last 5 or 6 minutes, was just putting these fenders on. That took a little bit longer. For some reason, these fenders never quite match up perfectly. And you do have to install the front fender and screw in the back fender, although it is already pre-installed. So overall, pretty easy. Did have to put the pedals on, which is just screwing the pedals on. Really easy. And if you wanted to know, like, the seat is adjustable here to very tall people. You could probably be 6'10" and ride this bike, or all the way down probably in the 5'4" range, somewhere in there. I have some things on the back rack here because I want to show you some things that it came with, which actually surprised me. It is a removable battery, which is really cool. Full LCD display. It is black and white, but it does have some pretty cool features, so we're going to talk about that in the video. It is a 7-speed shifter. These are just my first impressions of this. It did come standard with the back rack. The reason I brought this to you right now was because it's on sale for $150 off. I don't know how long that's going to last, but with the link in the description of this video, you can get $150 off this on Amazon. So I will link this. They have all kinds of models. This is the one on sale. This is their newest bike. I'm going to go over all the features as I go riding down the road. Take you on a little journey with this bike, because it's absolutely a beautiful looking bike for the price. I can't believe the price of this. You're going to be shocked when you click that link. But really quickly, this is what it comes with. So you do get a bike lock standard. That is really cool, and it's a nice bike lock. So there's like 30, 40 bucks right there. It comes with a bike pump. Super important, guys, because when you first get an e-bike out of a box, they always have the tires deflated a little bit, probably for safety, but it was only set at 6.5, and it needs to be between 30 and 50 PSI, so it comes standard with a bike pump, which is great. I have an electric one, so but that's just what I have because I build so many bikes. But it does come with a standard one, and this is just one of those that you just pump up. And then it also comes with a multi-tool. A lot of times they come with these little wrenches, little screws, and they're really annoying. This comes with a multi-tool set, and I'll give you a close-up look of this. But it does come with this, and this is something you can use in the future. Something you always keep with you when you're riding on the trails, because you never know when something might get a little bit loose and you need to tighten it up. So it's nice to have this with you, and it comes with it. Now these things are like $20 or $30 on Amazon, so there you go, you save some money there. So you got a bike pump, you got a bike lock, and you got a multi-tool that does come standard with this model. Now, let's not waste any time. Let's get on the road. I want to take this for a little spin. Give you guys a really close-up look of this, and afterwards I'll go over all the features and what I liked and disliked about this bike. Let's do it. I was not expecting this weather this week, so I'm super excited to get out and test out the new e-bike here. Now this is the Hitway. It's the BK27M, so this one's gonna be the larger e-bike in their line, so it's gonna have those 28-inch tires. So you do sit up a little bit higher on this e-bike, but it's a very comfortable ride, mainly because it has a cushioned seat, not just a normal cushion, but a suspension cushion seat. So you just automatically feel so comfortable when you're riding this thing. So let's talk about a few specs you notice right off the bat. So the 28-inch tires are 2 inches wide, so they're not super skinny, but they're certainly not those big 3-inch or 4-inch wide fat tires that you see on some e-bikes. Now the advantage of having a 2-inch wide tire, it's going to be lighter. So this bike is a lighter e-bike, so transporting it is going to be a lot easier than it would be on some of those bigger fat tire e-bikes. Now this one does have a 500 watt motor. Now this 500 watt motor is going to get you about 20 miles per hour. It is a 7-speed transmission, so that'll also assist in getting up those hills, having just a 500 watt motor. Now it does have a 36 volt battery, which gives you 15.5 amp hours. Now that's going to get you about 35 miles on a single charge if you're just throttling, but now if you're pedal assisting, meaning you're pedaling it, not just throttling it, so you're giving a little bit of your own energy into it, then you actually can get up to about 75 miles on this e-bike. I did notice right off the bat when I unboxed it that it did have the back rack, so that's always nice, so you can transport things when you are out on the road. Another thing I noticed, it's sunny out today, but I can still see the display really nice, so it does have a nice LCD display. It is black and white, not color, and this is considered a budget line e-bike, so you're not going to have things like color displays, but overall, this bike has a lot of upgraded features in this price range, which really did surprise me. So this e-bike has 3 riding modes and 3 power assisted gears. So you've got your normal riding mode, that's where you're just pedaling it. Then you've got power assisted riding mode. So as you're pedaling, you actually get a little bit of power assistance. And then there's pure electric. That means you're just using the throttle. Now on this e-bike, it is a half handlebar twist throttle. And so it's really nice because it's very sturdy to have that. So you could just do a straight throttle and not pedal at all. Or you could, of course, pedal, get some exercise, but then also have a little bit of extra help when you get up those hills. Now, the 3 power-assisted gears are 1, 2, and 3. So one's going to get you about 10 miles per hour. The second gear will get you about 15 miles per hour. And then finally, set it to level 3. You could get 20 miles per hour on this e-bike. And there we go, guys. This was the Hitway model right here that I'm sharing with you in today's video, guys. This thing was a lot of fun to ride. Now, I will tell you a couple things I noticed while I was riding. One, it's a lot more comfortable than I thought it would be. This seat right here is absolutely amazing, and I'll show you some close-up pictures of the seat because I want you to see it. It does have that little hole in the middle, so it kind of breathes a little bit, so your tail isn't sweating or anything like that. Very comfortable, squishy seat. So I was really surprised by the comfort level of this thing. And it does have the front suspension. So a lot of these street type bikes don't have this front suspension, which truly makes this a comfortable ride when you're out there. The seat also has a suspension. If you look really closely at the back of the seat, you'll notice that there is that little coil suspension too. So it really was a comfortable ride. I also liked the grip on the handlebars. And this is something that you don't notice until you actually get on a bike. And the problem is there's just not a lot of bike shops out there where you can actually test the bike you want. Well, this has a really comfortable grip. And it does have, it's like a little, it's hard to see right there, but it's a little rest for your hands. So when you're going on long rides, you have a little bit of rest. Now this thing does have the 75-mile range. Now that is a pedal assist, so that's while you're pedaling. But straight throttle, you're still going to get about 35 miles, which is pretty good for a 36-volt battery. It is 15 amp hours, and I mentioned that a little bit while I was riding. But it did have the power I needed to get up those hills. It does have a 500-watt motor. But the best thing about this was the price, guys. I couldn't believe it was $150 off right now. Normally $850 e-bike, so you're getting it a lot cheaper than that right now. So you definitely want to take advantage of that. And like I mentioned, it's full-size bike, so I did feel like I was riding a little bit higher than some of the other bikes. Let me show you what a typical e-bike, if you've never had an e-bike, let me show you what a typical e-bike will look like size-wise compared to this, because it's hard to tell. I'm about 6 feet tall, so I probably look 5'6" in front of this bike. So let me show you what a normal e-bike looks like. I actually pulled out a couple different models here. So this would be like the small ones that come a lot of times when you order online, especially on Amazon. This is about the same price, these two bikes. And then I pulled out my Fido here. So this is a one bot, this is a Fido. The Fido is kind of a lighter weight foldable type e-bike. This is not foldable. This is not super heavy, but it's not going to be as light as these. But typical e-bikes will have smaller tires. They'll have 20-inch or smaller. These are 20-inch. These are, I think, about 14-inch tires. These are 28-inch tires, so this is a much bigger bike for an adult. People anywhere over 5'4" all the way up to probably 6'10", just because of this adjustable seat. The stem is also adjustable too, so if you do want it to be a little bit higher, you do have the option to do that. Not significantly higher, it's mostly adjustable based on the seat, but it already rides pretty high. I felt really comfortable, I felt really safe on this e-bike. It does have the hydraulic disc brakes, so it has a really good braking system. They didn't squeal when I used them. Everything was really good. The headlight wasn't as bright as I would have liked, but you can always add additional headlights. It's an LED headlight, but if you're going to ride this at night, you probably want to upgrade your light. It's really inexpensive. You can get those on Amazon. Guys, if you have any questions about this e-bike, feel free to reach out to me or the brand. This is just my personal opinion on this. I love this e-bike for the price. I could not believe it. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to get one of these, there is that link down in the description section of this video. I do love the removable battery, guys. This is awesome. This is a nice looking bike for the price. It impressed me. I was quite surprised. Hope you enjoyed the video. Bye.